I want to share with you today is what I'm doing to take care of my animals during the hottest heat wave that we've had this entire summer here in Southwest Missouri. And we're not alone in this. It's stretching all across the country. And so I'm going to take you along and let you see what I'm doing to take care of my animals. So these temperatures are no joke, guys. It feels like 107 to 108 in my area right now. And it has just been brutal and miserable for my pets. So this is my refrigerator slash freezer that I have out in my garage, and I am actually using it to store all of these jugs of ice, and I am using all of this to help me to keep my animals safe during this heat wave. And so I'm just going to go ahead and take this and take you guys along with me, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So you saw us put the rabbit hutch together just the other day. Well, I'm calling it a hutch, but it's actually just a temporary pen. And it has served its purpose, and we put it in an excellent location right here under this huge shade tree. But even though the rabbits are in the shade, that doesn't mean that they are cool enough. Rabbits don't tolerate heat well, and I've been working diligently to make sure that my rabbits stay safe. So there they are, little Tisket and Tasket. And that water bottle that they have in there with them, it has thawed out. So that's actually what prompted this video. I needed to get a fresh water bottle into them. Let me take this off. I don't want to leave the paper on it because the rabbits will just chew that off, and that's not good for them, I'm sure. So I will be disposing of this safely, and I will be giving them this cold water bottle. Ice cold water bottle, so that they can enjoy it. They tend to cuddle up with it. Hi, Tisket. Oh. All right, I want you to see, there's little Tisket waiting anxiously, but I want you to see little Tasket back there. Tasket's not doing very well with this heat at all. Tisket, can I see Tasket? There. So the water bottle hasn't been thawed out for very long, but it doesn't take very long at all for the rabbits to get really, really hot. So there's that. And I'll come back in just a few moments and you'll see that Tisket will be cuddled up with that and will be feeling a lot better, I'm sure. Poor things. I may actually put a fan out here as well. We'll see. So at the risk of being known as the crazy chicken lady on YouTube, I'm going to stick my little neck out there to show you guys some of the measures that I'm taking to try to keep those little girls safe. And one of the things that I am doing is right around the corner from me, and that is I'm using fans. So I realize that that might seem like kind of an extreme thing to do, or maybe a little zany, off-the-wall thing to do. Zany. Is that a word that people use these days? I'm not sure. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point that I want to make is that these girls are not under a shade tree whatsoever. They do get a little bit of shade from the morning sun, but in the afternoon, when it's actually the hottest, they're pretty much exposed. And I do have the sunflower garden on the side, but the sunflower garden has limitations. And one of the limitations is that it's kind of already at the end of its growing season. So next year I will probably be kind of rethinking what I might want to do with that situation. So what I've chose to do this year is I'm using a combination of a lot of things, and one of those things that I'm using, a tool that I'm using, is I'm using fans, and it's worked out wonderfully. Getting that air circulating has really seemed to make a huge difference for my girls. So let me take you around so I can show you the fans and some of the other things that I'm using in combination with those fans that's really seemed to help. Okay, let's go. This is the first fan that I have, and you're going to see that I actually have a jug of ice in front of it. It's now half half thawed out, so I will be replacing it. I do have replacement jugs. And it has actually seemed to be very effective. The chickens tend to lay right there along in front of it, and it does, if you put your hand in front of it, it really does lower the temperature. There's Dottie now trying to demonstrate for you. So that is the first fan, and there's little Miss Goldie, always up for a close-up. So then here in the back, I actually have another fan that is suspended here, and it is blowing into the chicken coop itself, so that when the girls go in to lay their eggs, it helps to keep that air circulating in there, and it'll help them to not be so overheated. I think that the addition of the fans was probably the best thing that I actually did. Just keeping that air moving really goes a long way. So let's look at some of the other things I have going on. So going into the coop, I'm going to show you that I don't know if it picks up, but I have actually been wetting down the ground here so that the chickens will be a little bit cooler. Hi, Dottie. Now back in the back, it's still dry, so they do still have areas that they can make their dust baths. But you can see that they've actually been digging in the wet. Hi! They've actually been digging in the wet soil, and they seem to actually prefer it. I've also put in chicken swimming pools, if you will. I did find these big Tupperware containers, and they've worked quite well. So this one right now is full of some of their wood chips because the chickens have actually been using it, and I've really enjoyed watching them do that. So on the ground, you'll see some big pieces of vegetables, and those are actually things that I had frozen and I brought out so that they could peck at them while they were nice and cold. And the water back there, I have switched that out. About every 2 hours, I've come out to switch that out with cold water. So let's go see what's going on in the other chicken coop, shall we? I'll see you in a bit, Goldie. Bye, Miss Dottie. On to the next job. So the situation over at the small chicken coop, which I like to refer to as the little yellow submarine, is a little bit different because it's actually under a shade tree 99% of the day. And this is actually the one time a day that they do actually get a little bit of sun. But it only lasts for a few minutes because the sun quickly slips behind the other tree line that is behind my property. But nonetheless, I've had to be very diligent about making sure that they are also kept cool and not taking any chances with them either. So I'm going to show you the measures that I'm taking with them. So just like the other girls, they do have a fan. And you can see that the girls actually, they do enjoy being in front of the fan, and it's kind of evident by little Daisy's tail feathers tend to be all in a mess because she's always in front of that fan. And I do have ice also in front of them. And I have also been replenishing their water frequently. She's preening right now. What a pretty girl. So that should last them for a little bit. If you're wondering about the white sheet, it is exactly that. It's a white sheet, and it was actually Tom's idea. I couldn't find a shade cloth that really fit that size, and so he thought up the idea of a white sheet. It's something that we've also used in our gardening, which maybe we'll share with you at a later date. But it's breathable, and it is obviously it provides shade. But another thing that I really love about it is that I can soak it and it evaporates a little more slowly, and it allows the girls to stay quite comfortable. And my favorite thing is watching the girls in the puddles. Right after I do that, those girls especially, they love playing in those puddles. So it's made for a pretty decent day. It hasn't been easy keeping them cool. I've actually had to really stay on top of it. And granted, my chickens are probably more, they're just backyard pets versus real farmyard animals. But to me, they are very valuable, and I want to take the best care of them that I possibly can. So let's go back up and check on my rabbits to see if little Tassie is doing better now that I've put the fresh ice bottle in. How you girls doing? They certainly look a little bit perkier to me. Hi Tisket, hi Tasket. They absolutely love those ice bottles. They're busy preening and cleaning and cooling off. And I didn't get a chance to show you guys, but I did have to put together a little makeshift hay feeder for them, and it's worked quite well, just with a little 2 for $1 basket that I got at the Dollar Tree. But yeah, they're seemingly just doing okay. So, no Tom today. It's definitely too hot for him to get out, so I asked him to please just stay home. But you guys, you can feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section and just give him a big hello and tell him that you missed him in this video, if of course you did. Sure you did. Come on, you know you missed him. But without him being here, I'm just going to have to end this by saying like, share, and please subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this or whatever it is that we want to throw at you, then yeah, subscribe and ring the notification bell, and we will certainly let you know that we have something to share. So hey guys, most of all, just keep living the marigold life. And on behalf of myself and Tom,